You know what really burns my ass? People who can't function without technology. You know what I'm talking about. These frickin' things. I mean, seriously, we've gotten to the point where folks can't even remember their own damn phone numbers anymore. But your best friend's digits, they're gone. Hell, ask someone to recall their own mom's number, and it's like asking them to recite the Bill of Rights in reverse. I mean, what happened to using your damn brain? I mean, back in our day, if you wanted to go somewhere, you didn't have a GPS glued to your damn dashboard telling you to turn left at 300 feet. You had a map. You remember those big, awkward, impossible to fold back together paper maps? And when you got lost, which always eventually happened, you didn't panic and scream at a screen. No, you had two options. You either pull over and ask a complete stranger for directions. That's right, you had to talk to somebody. Who, by the way, would always just say, oh, that's over up yonder, all that way over there, head back by John's farm behind the back oak tree, and then you'll see the cow there standing in the corner, and you just head past that third fence post, but that might be knocked over now because we had a strong wind 2 days ago. Or you just keep driving until you stumbled across a town or a landmark you recognized. And that was called an adventure. It was the thrill of not knowing if you were going to end up where you wanted to go or all the way the hell up in Canada. But I mean, today if you get lost, people aren't even embarrassed anymore. They just talk on their phone. Oh, I'll just reroute. Reroute me, please. Rerouting? I mean, try figuring it out like a human being. Don't even get me started on people who can't have a conversation without Googling something mid-sentence. You're in the middle of having a deep discussion about music with someone, and suddenly, oh wait, I gotta look that up on Google. I mean, are you serious? I mean, it's not a presidential debate, buddy. What happened to maybe just not knowing something? Or better yet, being okay with not knowing what the person's talking about? I mean, you remember those days? You'd sit around with friends and argue about whether Bruce Springsteen or Billy Joel had more hits, and nobody cared to actually go look it up because it wasn't about being right. It was about having a good conversation with somebody. But no, now it's like everyone's a part-time detective hunting down useless facts that they're all going to forget in 2 seconds later when they're not actually reading them and staring at them on their screen. We are so attached to these devices that people lose their minds if they don't have Wi-Fi for 5 minutes. I mean, the other day, I was at the coffee shop, right? And the Wi-Fi went out. And you would have thought that the world had ended, that the zombie apocalypse had started. People were twitching, they're muttering, they're all freaking out because they can't get on their Instagram. How am I going to check my Instagram? Shit, I don't know. Sit back and drink your damn coffee and eat that muffin. You can post that photo later. And I tell you, watching people go through tech withdrawals is like a bad episode of Survivor. And guess what? The people most addicted. Oh, these ones, I swear. Oh, I could totally unplug anytime, not a worry. Yeah, sure. 5 minutes later, and then they are curled up in the fetal position, rocking back and forth like a meth addict. Going, one more notification, please, one more notification. Just one like, please let me see one like. I haven't seen a post in 2 minutes. Now, look, I'm not saying technology is bad. I mean, I'm talking to you through it right now. But for crying out loud, the dependency, that is a whole other story. I mean, you got people walking into traffic because they can't stop staring at their phones. It's like we've collectively lost the ability to function without a gadget strapped to our hands. People can't even find their own car in a parking lot without hitting the panic button to make it beep. I mean, I miss the days when you had to get this. Remember where you parked. Crazy, right? Yeah, people actually used to remember. Look, and don't act like I'm exaggerating. I know you've seen it. Someone's phone dies and their world crumbles. Kind of like watching your toddler lose their favorite toy. That panic in their eyes like, oh my God, how do I exist without my phone? I mean, you could put them in front of the Grand Canyon and they just be like, yeah, nature's great, but yeah, I gotta post a selfie. Yeah. I miss the days when we actually used our brains, you know? I mean, we used to be problem solvers. If something broke, we didn't go on YouTube for a tutorial. We messed with it until it worked. I mean, you ever try to fix a VCR with nothing but duct tape and sheer determination? For those of you that don't know what a VCR is, now's the time to Google something. And those were the days. Right? I mean, now people can't even program their own coffee maker without asking Alexa for help. But hey, maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Or maybe, just maybe, I'm part of this last generation that knows how to actually think and survive without an app telling me what to do. So next time your phone dies, or you lose service? Instead of having a meltdown, take a breath. Look around. Maybe try something crazy like talking to the person next to you, face to face even. Use that thing between your ears for a change. Because this tech dependency, man, it burns my